But let's move on to the main man, Mr. Harry Kane. I mean, I say the main man because he scored a goal and he went past Wayne Rooney's record of all-time Premier Leagues. So now he's 209, um, going forward to beat Alan Shearer's 260 record. I know that this season is all been all about Erling Haaland, and for obvious reasons as well. It's his first season. He's 22 or 23. He scored 35 goals. It's insane. It's like playing FIFA. I get it. But in terms of Harry Kane, he's a goal scoring machine. I mean, I don't care if he plays for Tottenham. I don't care if he doesn't win trophies. This guy is a clinical striker. And I don't remember the last time we saw an English striker like this in the recent days. And he's been consistently doing this. He's 30 now. There are rumors, just like last season, whether he's going to stay in the club. This year it's Manchester United. Last year it was Manchester City. Uh, but I mean, regardless of all of those things, he has the temperament to show up in every match, score goals, and at least fight for Tottenham Hotspurs. And I think from a fan point of view as well, uh, they really consider him as the hero. Whether he stays or leaves, we've seen the same things with Gareth Bale. Uh, Tottenham fans still love Gareth Bale. I know he came back to the club and he had that cameo under Mourinho, but with Harry Kane, like I'll first go to Ribhu and ask him, what are your thoughts on Harry Kane's phenomenal goal scoring record, and why do you think it's you know I mean, I know he's English and people like him, but this season it's about Haaland, but we should also give it to Harry Kane for scoring like his 26th goal? Yeah, 26th goal of the campaign.
Um, I'm very amused to hear from you that everyone likes Harry Kane, but yeah, I'm very glad to hear that. I would say the otherwise
Maybe
because
I said that because maybe we are trying to buy him. That's why I'm saying it. I don't know. Sorry.
maybe anyway, but anything that Harry Kane does becomes the news these days. So anyway, whatever I'll say is that yes, we as Tottenham are really blessed to have a player like Harry Kane. It's a pity that Arsenal let him go at the early stages of his career, and we snapped him up. And we are also proud to say that he's our academy product. So yes, Harry Kane is definitely the next big thing that has come to England. I know this might sound a bit a bit controversial, but if I believe if someone is there after David Beckham is Harry Kane. So the thing is that I am really sad to see Harry Kane go. I will be very sad to see, but yeah, it's inevitable that Harry Kane would be leaving this season. Until unless we do something really miraculous, or if done in Liverpool's out something really miraculous. But yes, I think he deserves to win. I think he deserves to, uh, you know, get a silverware, be it with Tottenham or without Tottenham. But whatever he does, the only thing I will say is club is always bigger than a player. So no matter whatever he does, he's doing for the club, and the club is paying the due respect to him. So yes, whatever is his decision, it should be a mutual decision between the club as well as with the player.
But really, I mean, Ribu, tell me something honestly. Don't you think Harry Kane is too good for Tottenham?
I don't think so, because as I said, right, clubs come before a player. So be it Harry Kane, be it Gareth Bale, be it anyone. I mean, whatever be the case, like even if it was Gareth Bale at this particular time, at his prime, I would say the same thing. You know, it's Tottenham first and then the players.
No,
So
I think you got my question wrong. I think what I'm saying is, do you not think that Harry Kane deserves a better club?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? So it's not. I mean, we can never say a player is bigger than a club. It can never be the case. It's not just for Harry Kane. It's same for Leo Messi. It's same for Ronaldo. If at the time when Ronaldo was at United, United was United. United is a will be a prior precedence, and then Ronaldo. I know Ronaldo has a bigger effect. Ronaldo is a brand. There are a lot of things that would come into picture. But if Ronaldo does something at United, United would be the first preference, and then something else. I mean, you cannot really just go and say, Ronaldo wants this, so the club should do this. That can never happen.
I'm
In
not
terms
really
of
sure about that analogy, but yeah, okay, I would agree. Every, I mean, Harry Kane is an academy player from Tottenham. So I think a lot of that, that Harry Kane is doing is out of respect for Tottenham, and I don't think it's anything else, because everyone knows that owner at Tottenham is shitty. No one likes to play under him, and I think it's just down to respect, nothing else. So hats
I
off to
I beg
these
to
kind of players for their mentality and their sportsmanship. I think there are few, very, very few players in the modern game who are like that, and I think Tottenham are just too lucky to have Harry Kane in their team. I
don't say
really,
that. I mean,
it's too
he's
lucky.
I
from the academy, right? I mean,
I
he.
mean,
I'll let Ribhu comment, but what I want to say is that this is a player from their academy that they're developed. This player has gone through all the woes and sadness with not winning a trophy or losing a match, and also like good times, right? They were in the Champions League final, so and he's done it not because it's just Tottenham. I think he's a very professional player as well. We are looking at England's best striker in a long time, after maybe Wayne Rooney, I might say, and he's still going on. He's 30 and he's
but
still
remember this:
scoring so
he
many
is
goals.
not he is not thought of at the same level in the international landscape. Okay, so
Yeah,
in
but
the international landscape, so
who
unless he
cares?
makes a move, unless
But
he makes a move, he will not be compared with the likes of Lewandowski. Although I personally think he's a better player than Lewandowski, but he will never be, considered on the same level unless he makes a move now. And I
okay,
don't know,
but
I don't know about him, but you
in
know,
terms of
in terms
making a
of,
move, where
yeah.
do you guys think he's going to go? Okay, first question, Ribhu. Since you are a Tottenham fan, do you think there is any chance that he might stay at Tottenham? He might just maybe run out the contract or maybe sign a new contract. Do you see that as a possibility?
Well, there is always a possibility like that, and um, and it's a big if, but if Tottenham manages to show some promise, or if Tottenham manages to change the way they are operating now,
Hmm.
maybe we can end up seeing Harry Kane at Tottenham, and signing a new deal. If Harry Kane stays back, I'm definitely seeing him signing a new deal. It's no way Levy is going to keep Harry Kane at the club without him signing a new deal,
Sell him
because
for free.
next summer,
Yeah.
But you're
right,
changing the
absolutely.
manager, aren't you, next season? So how is that going to affect him? You're changing the
Yeah,
manager again next season.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the same thing happened when Antonio Conte came, right? So it was Antonio Conte who managed to pursue Harry Kane
Yeah.
with his philosophy, with his mentality, and if a similar level player, or a player manager with similar charisma comes. With the proper change, and obviously this season, or the upcoming season, the demand would be something different. It's not just the manager, but also the philosophy, or also the way the club runs, right? We have seen Tottenham, taking shortcuts, or making a lot of poor decisions over the transfer market. So until and unless we see those things changing at the club, I mean, if we see that those things changing, maybe there's a chance Harry Kane would stay back.
But
And I would
I
also
think
like.
Harry Kane has been long enough at the club to understand that, no matter what happens in the transfer market, things won't change. And
But
it's
we
it's
Yeah,
we said
so
that
so coming
last
to
year
that,
he stayed.
yeah,
uh,
I would also like to answer to Bong Soucer's point. So, a few minutes back, you mentioned that Harry Kane has been playing in Tottenham out of sheer respect. So, just a point here. So everyone here is a professional, right? So be it Harry Kane, be it Mo Salah, be it Bruno Fernandes, be it Cristiano Ronaldo, anyone. So I don't think any player would be playing at a club for just a sheer respect, until and unless he or she, I mean, any player, be it a male or female. So that player, until and unless he sees nothing, inside the club going on inside
Steven
the club.
Gerrard
I
did.
mean, if
Trust me,
Harry Kane
Steven
wanted, he
Gerrard
can
did.
definitely have forced a move the last season himself, right? So maybe it's Daniel Levy who has persuaded him. Maybe it's
Yeah.
Harry Kane who
Yep.
has persuaded Harry
Yeah.
Kane.
Yeah. No, I think Spurs also did a lot of, took a lot of right decisions last time as well. I mean, the director of football, uh, what's his name, Paratici or what? I'm not sure if I
Some
pronounced it
Italian guy,
correctly.
as you said.
Yeah, but yeah, so that guy was supposed to be a very good, signing for Tottenham because you know he was the director of football at Sevilla, if I'm not wrong, and he did a lot of good things over there, and and then they also signed Antonio Conte, so so it always looked like they were going in the right direction, but again we saw what happened, and this has been a feature in for Tottenham like over the years. They show a lot of promise in the transfer window, but that somehow doesn't materialize when it comes to the actual game. So I think if I was Harry Kane and I've been at the club for that many years, I would just make a move now because it's already been enough, and I think he's already achieved a lot at this club. He's
Hmm.
in terms of individual contributions, he's already done a lot, and I think he needs a new challenge now for sure. At least that one trophy he needs, even if it's just League One, it's still a trophy.
Right. So in a situation where he actually ends up leaving Tottenham, where do you see him going? Do you think that he will be persuaded by, someone like Bayern Munich or perhaps like in the La Liga, or do you think he's going to end up staying in the Premier League he's going to end up staying in the Premier League just to beat the Shearer record? How do you see that happening? Because there are some reports that Bayern Munich also need a striker, obviously, and they're ready to spend 90, 100. But then again, going away from the Premier League, that might not be ideal for Harry Kane. What are your thoughts, Bong Soucer?
Yeah, I think like I said, I think I see Harry Kane, you know, moving out of England. The reason being is that he's been in England for a long time and he's achieved a lot here. Also, I think the fact that he's an academy product of Tottenham and he respects the club. I don't see him playing for another club, even though he was persuaded by Pep Guardiola. But again, it was because of Pep Guardiola. So if I don't think any other manager, has that kind of a hook that Guardiola has, and I think now that vacancy is gone. It's surely gone, and I think if he has to make a name for himself internationally and be spoken in the same breath as Messi, Mbappe, Lewandowski, I think he's got to make a move outside
Why
England.
didn't you say Ronaldo? You just cuffed
No, no,
Ronaldo.
he doesn't play in Europe anymore. So,
Oh my God.
so, and I think
We're
and
boycotting
I,
Ronaldo now because he plays for some Saudi club.
no, because I don't think he's at the same level. Let's just say that he's finished. I mean,
Wow,
there's,
that is.
there's- I
You
mean, okay,
you do know that there are reports that he's planning to break the contract and trying to move
yeah.
back. I don't know whether it's
I
correct.
don't
But,
care if he's coming, but I don't think the top clubs are going to sign him anyway. There's no
okay.
one who would want him. Probably Chelsea would, because that manager, I don't know, he doesn't understand football. Probably not the manager, sorry, the owner. He doesn't understand football. Probably Chelsea could sign him, and there were reports that Todd Boehly sacked Thomas Tuchel because he did not want to take Ronaldo in the side. So
Yeah.
that could possibly happen. You can never rule it out. Uh,
Right.
but uh, but yeah, coming back to Harry Kane, I think if he's going to go, he's going to probably, I think Bayern looks the most likely destination because they need a striker. Although there have been reports that Kolo Muani is the favorite, but I think if you know Harry Kane becomes available, he could possibly be their number one preferred target. Also, PSG, if Messi is going out, I see Harry Kane to be a possible replacement. Uh, but again, we are all speculating. We don't know. I mean, the chances are again that he might stay at Tottenham and extend the contract, or funny things can happen. So let's see.
Right. And Reba, what are your thoughts about, the same thing? Like, I mean, surely you would prefer Harry Kane playing in, the Bundesliga or maybe La Liga or the French league compared to putting on a Manchester United top and
Mhm.
probably scoring a lot of
Oh.
goals or playing for Newcastle. But do you think that as an English player, as the captain of the England national team, he's going to, leave the Premier League and go to some other league and not try to cross the Alan Shearer record?
Well, it depends on what kind of offers we receive with respect to Harry Kane, and definitely, if any player would like to, continue in Premier League and break Alan Shearer's records, especially when he has reached this level. He has already broken Wayne Rooney's record today. So, yes, there is a possibility, but I would personally definitely want to see him playing elsewhere because it really hurts to see him playing in another Premier League club. And speaking of that, knowing Daniel Levy as a chairman, I really don't see him selling Harry Kane to another Premier League club very I mean very easily. I would say there is always a Premier a homegrown tax, what we say English tax and homegrown tax that would be applicable. So it is not really easy to see Harry Kane play for a Premier League club. If he plays, my God, I would definitely see 100 million incoming.
From some of the transfer rumors from Manchester United, we've just been talking about Harry Kane, to be honest. And it also seems like a good fit for Manchester United because we are known to make these really bad deals where we pay hundreds and millions of dollars for transfer fee and give 300,000, 400,000
75 billion
salary.
for Maguire. So yeah, I know that.
Exactly. So it seems like a good fit in that way where we can do that.